Hi everyone, my name is Lanisha Rogers and welcome back to my channel where I will be sharing with you tips and activities for preschool learners and families with autism. So let's get started. In today's activity, we are going to create shapes with Play-Doh. Yes, today's activity, we are going to use Play-Doh to create different shapes like your triangle, your circle, your oval, your square, or your rectangles. Okay, we are going to use Play-Doh. And with Play-Doh, it's a really good material to use to help strengthen and support your child's fine motor development and sensory skills. Okay, Play-Doh is a very good option to use to help with your child's motor development, with their fine motor and sensory. Okay, so we're going to get right into it with this activity today with Play-Doh. Okay, so now as you can see here, I have Play-Doh in my hand, and I'm just starting off with molding it in my hand, becoming comfortable with it, loosening it up in my fingers and my hand, squeezing it in between my fingers. Try to encourage your child to do the same as well. Again, if they do have sensory issues, you want to break them off a little piece at a time to have them explore and experiment with the Play-Doh, because again, they may not be comfortable with the texture. Like I have a child that is not too comfortable really with Play-Doh, so I break them off a piece so that they could become familiar with it and just experiment with it. They may not rush into the activity right away, which is totally fine. Okay, for sensory development, you definitely want to gradually step into the activity little at a time. Okay, so this first step could be for today, just having them engage with the Play-Doh, just having them feel the textures of it and having them mold it in their hands and roll it and press it down in their hands or even on the table, wherever you have them set, sitting at is where they can experiment with the Play-Doh. Okay, so right now we're going to get right into making our first triangle, our first shape, which is my triangle. Okay, so I'm going to make my triangle. So I'm going to take a piece of my Play-Doh and I'm just going to roll it in my hand, again, which is good for fine motor, okay, fine motor development. And I have a nice long piece of Play-Doh here to create my triangle. And I do this activity with my children both in class as well as with my one-on-one students in their home as well, okay, for fine motor and sensory support. So now I'm going to take my second piece, because remember, a triangle has how many sides? 3 sides. Okay, it has 3 sides. So now I'm going to add my third piece here, my second piece here, I'm sorry. And then I have to add my bottom to complete my triangle. Okay, so now I'm going to roll my Play-Doh. I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to place underneath. And there is my third piece to complete the bottom of my triangle. So as you can see with my triangle, I have 1, 2, 3 sides to a triangle. So now I'm going to create my next shape, which will be a circle. Okay, so I'm going to take another piece of Play-Doh and I'm going to roll. I'm trying to roll this one a little bit longer because the circle is just one complete round line. Okay, so I am going to mold it a little long, and then I'm going to press it on my dry erase board. And the reason why I'm using a dry erase board is for you to be able to see how I am molding my shapes here. Okay, again, you can use any surface for your child to engage in this activity. Okay, any surface will be fine. And as you can see, I have created my circle, one line going around. And I created my triangle with 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Now for your more advanced students, you can actually have them now draw the 2 or 3 shapes they had molded with their Play-Doh. Okay, so now I'm going to take my marker and I am going to draw my triangle right next to it. Line down, line down, line across. And there is my triangle. And now I'm going to make my circle. I'm going to draw my circle next to the molding of my circle. Around and close and stop. And there's my circle. Okay, so as you can see, again, with this extension here, this will be really good for your more advanced students who are able to draw their shapes. And you can also just have them, for your not so advanced students, you can just have them mold their shapes with their Play-Doh. Okay, either way, it's really good for fine motor and sensory, and also helping them learn their shapes. Okay, helping them learn shapes and helping them learn how many sides to a shape, letting them see the difference between the shapes that they've created. Okay, how the rectangle and the square are different. Okay, how the oval and circle are different. Okay, so if you would like to see any new activities with us today, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel so you can see more activities that I will be providing later on. Until then, have a good one.